All right, one more quick video of the eyeball. So we can see here that we have the lacrimal gland. Remember, the lacrimal gland is on the lateral side, and we have the lacrimal carbuncle on the medial side. So if you have the eyelid and the lacrimal gland, it should be easy to tell which is which. So this is the lateral side, this is the medial side. And so remember, the lacrimal gland has the orbital part and the palpebral part, but you just need to be able to call it lacrimal gland. And then these little ducts here are going to be where the secretions from the lacrimal gland are going to enter into the eyelid and be excreted onto the surface of the eye. Up here we have the this muscle here is going to be the levator palpebrae superioris muscle. That's going to be important for lifting up the superior eyelid. This is the superior palpebrae, the inferior palpebrae. This is going to be the lateral palpebral commissure or lateral canthus of the eye, and this is the medial palpebral commissure or medial canthus of the eye. This guy in here, the little pink area, is the lacrimal carbuncle. There are little tiny lacrimal puncta. You can't really see them on this model, but they lead to the lacrimal canaliculi. You have an inferior and a superior one. Inferior down here, superior up here, which are going to go back here to the lacrimal sac. And this lacrimal sac is then going to lead down to the nasolacrimal duct, which is going to connect to the inside of your nose. If you look at the underside of here, you can see that we have conjunctiva on the underside of the palpebrae, as well as some of those glands. And we can see how the little ducts from the lacrimal gland are going to be entering the eye right here. So we have these little tiny holes where the lacrimal secretions would go onto the inside of the eyelid and onto the top of the eye. Once again, here's our eyeball. And so we have the white part is the sclera, which is covered by the conjunctiva. The bulbar conjunctiva here is going to be the part that's on the eyeball, and then the palpebral conjunctiva is the part that's on the inside of the eyelid. And here you can see this clear part in front is going to be the cornea. Once again, we know that this is the lateral side. So we have the lateral rectus muscle here, the medial rectus here, the superior rectus going straight back, and the inferior rectus going straight back on the side. This is going to be the tendon of the superior oblique, and then we can see the inferior oblique going at an angle here in the bottom. If we open up the eyeball, this is going to look very much like our other video. This is almost the same on the inside, and so I'm just going to go through it pretty quickly. We have, this is the vascular tunic here, so we have the iris, and the middle, the opening in that is the pupil. Then the ciliary body is going to be in this middle part, and we'll see it better in the back. And then this part here is the choroid. The choroid is full of these blood vessels, and the optic nerve is going to come right back out in the back. So we open the inside of the eye. Once again, we have, this is the vitreous humor that's filling the posterior cavity of the eye. Then we have the lens, and the lens is going to be attached to the ciliary body over here. So the ciliary muscles have suspensory ligaments that attach up to the lens, and that's going to help the lens change shape when you're focused on different objects near or far. We remove these. On the inside, we can see this once again is going to be the ciliary body here, and we can see this little ridge. And then this back part here on the inside is going to be the neural retina. These are all retinal blood vessels. And here we can see that we have where all the retinal blood vessels and the ganglion cells leave. This is going to be the optic disc, which is also known as the blind spot, and it's where the optic nerve is leaving. And then just sort of lateral to that, it looks a little bit more pink here, is going to be the fovea centralis. Well, I guess the macula lutea is this whole big area. And the very middle part of it is the fovea centralis, and that is where we have our highest concentration of cones, and it's where we have our best vision. And so this is where the light is going to be focused on if we're reading or we're looking at something really that needs a really clear vision.